What is the hardest video game? Philosophers have debated this question for millions of years. Is this the hardest video game? What about this? This looks pretty hard. Well, what if I told you there was a kid's game harder than Dark Souls? A game so difficult it drove people insane. The story of a lone warrior's descent into madness as he destroys his former friends in a quest to defeat the dark god that created him. Winnie the Pooh's Home Run Derby. Oh what, you think this is just some easy kids game?
What the fuck, the ball disappeared halfway to the plate.
Piglet is a loser! Get out all of them!
This is bullshit.
Yeah, they made this kids game so hard that most people can't even get halfway through it. Like, what kind of psychopath makes a kids game harder than Dark Souls? It would be like one of those videos on how to count to 10, except halfway through it starts explaining how to solve triple integrals. And the best part is this was made by Disney. They just put it with a bunch of other Japanese Flash games like it was normal, all the way back in 2007. But people wouldn't find out about this game until many years later. It's the new year, and we're on a Japanese text board known as 2channel. Most users are just going about their day, discussing porn and insulting each other with text emojis. But then this one guy comes in and posts a link to a game he found. Of course he doesn't tell anyone that it's retardedly hard, he just tells them it's quite interesting. So they give it a try. Game looks simple enough. Knock this many balls out of the park and you can go to the next level. There's only one problem. This game's hard as shit.
Bro, I can't hit anything. The elephant's can't hit anything is wrong. The elephant uses fake outs too much.
It's too hard.
Why is umpire lets the elephant block?
And Roo are strong.
The magical hybrid.
Yellow pig.
The pig is bullshit.
As you can see, they were a little bit frustrated. This caught the attention of other users. People started to pour into the thread. Nobody could beat this stupid game. This game was for kids, why was it fucking impossible? How do you lose to this thing? By the end of the first thread, only a few people had gotten to the final boss, but nobody could beat him. So really, why is this game so hard? Well, let me show you the bosses and you'll see why this is bullshit. First is Eeyore, he's easy. Same with the elephant. But then the third boss is Piglet. And that's where you start to notice something's wrong. See this fastball? You need to hit a home run with that 8 times. Piglet is a warning. Your last chance to turn back before it's too late. He takes most people a few tries. He would have been a good final boss for a kid's game. He's level 3. You want to see level 4? This is Kanga. She breaks the laws of physics. Look how she makes the ball bounce up and down with incomprehensible demon magic. You don't think that's hard? Try hitting a ball that changes the fucking speed. Or a ball that does this shit. What the fuck even is this? And if you somehow haven't rage quit yet, next you have to hit a ball that's invisible. How do you hit a ball that's fucking invisible? What the fuck? And if you somehow beat that shit, you enter the realm of the Dark God himself. Archdemon of baseball, Christopher Robin. He combines every bullshit attack, but he's even faster. And you have to hit a home run 40 fucking times. See, beating Christopher Robin isn't just about willpower. He sits at the very limit of what is physically possible. Of the few people that do reach him, most of them can't even beat him. That being said, it has been done before. So it's the next day, and everyone's still getting their ass kicked by this stupid game. This guy couldn't even beat fucking Eeyore. But then, after presumably staying up all night, one person does the impossible. They beat Christopher Robin. The original screenshots and even the comment are lost to time, but we know they existed from the replies. We'll never know who this hero was, but they were probably the first person to beat Christopher Robin. And with that, Japan was saved. This gave the other users hope. Knowing that he could be defeated, 2channel didn't waste any time. I mean, they already were wasting their time, but you know what I mean. Slowly, the elite few who could beat this game began developing strategies for other players. These ancient techniques are still used in Japan to this very day. Every new year, players in Japan come together to push their bodies and minds to the human limit by attempting to banish this demonic dingleberry back to the depths of hell. 2channel had beaten Winnie the Pooh's Home Run Derby, but this was only the beginning. So if you've ever been on 4chan, they've got this board for video games called V. It's not exactly the best board on 4chan. However, a long time ago this board actually used to talk about video games. Like 2channel, they weren't prepared for the return of the Dark Lord of Baseball. "12 moons had passed since Christopher Robin was slain, but he was about to be summoned again." A post appears on V around the same time as last year. It links to a game, a portal to hell that Japan had fought so hard to close. V, do you know the definition of insanity?
Silly old bear. If the harbinger of spring is the sound of a bat on a ball, then I have become the harbinger of winter. A barren and desolate spot that your bat will never hit.
Yeah, this game made people pretty upset. The same thing happened as before. Nobody could beat this simple game for toddlers. And because it was 4chan, the whole thing became an absolute clusterfuck. Eventually somebody beat it, but that just made things worse.
How? How? What the fuck?
You see, in the middle of V's meltdown, somebody managed to beat the game pretty early. However, behind the scenes, the sports board and the comics and cartoons board were competing to beat Christopher Robin first. People from the other boards start taking the screenshots and photoshopping it, saying that they won. While this is happening, somebody else on V starts pretending to be the original guy and saying that he cheated. But wait, then the original guy came back to prove he was real. But half the people think that's fake and the fake ones are real. People start arguing about who beat it and ask for a mod to come and prove if the original guy was telling the truth by comparing them to another guy comes in after he. This guy's mad because he's attracted to Buffalo Bell. So with all the shit flinging on 4chan, it was only natural that it would make its way over to Reddit. This pissed off 4chan almost as much as the game did. See, back in the day, 4chan actually used to produce original content, which sites like Reddit would then copy and repost into oblivion until everybody was sick of it. That's what happened with these. V did their best to suppress it, but by the third day, the top post on r/gaming said 4chan discovered a kids game, and that they weren't able to beat it. This guy did though, so Redditors paid money to put these little pixels at the top of his post. Reddit got mad just like 4chan. Most people still couldn't beat it, and it wasn't long before people just stopped caring. Yeah, the game's pretty much a forgotten relic now. They've got the English and Japanese version on archive.org if you hate yourself enough to play it. Some people on V talked about beating the game without upgrades, but even speedrunners can't do that, so that might not even be possible. Oh yeah, that's right, some people with superhuman abilities actually speedrun this game. They have to have a separate category for Christopher Robin, because, you know. So yeah, what's the hardest video game? Well, that probably depends on you personally, but this one's pretty fucking hard.
What? How do you even throw that bitch? How do you even throw that?
Anyway, I'm gonna keep making videos. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want me to make a video about. I'll talk about anything, I don't give a fuck. Bye.